ready to go. There's the sky, so day 11, fairly predictable. The weather, it said some good chance of rain today, so we got our rain suits at the ready. It's still humid out, so 6:58, so almost 7. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't rain, but nice morning so far. It's supposed to cool down a lot over the next few days, so, and the wind has changed, so then you don't mind wearing the rain suit as much. But we had a pretty good night. Nothing bothered us, just we were on a rock, so those little air mattresses aren't terribly comfortable when you're just sleeping on a rock. So anyway, we're done.
You might want to get over a little bit. I can see why they would have to portage here. Look at the rocks. I think this is the one. There or here? This one, yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter. You can't. Oh, that's it, right there. So, yeah, this is a friendlier pudding. Alright. Just finished the 190. We double portaged it, and we believe the 890 is over in the left corner.
It's at 11 or 1200.
Oh, I thought it. Oh, yeah. It's in
You wish.
one of those corners. Paddle. And it's right over there. Forest. And that part of the first part of the portage up around here. And we have to paddle over to that ribbon on the other side to go up the other side, because you can't walk through this and can't walk up the beaver dam. We did the 1270 into Eagle Lake, and there's a beautiful, beautiful cliff. And the only campsite is down to the right of us, way down near the end of the lake, and we are going to the left. We're going to continue on to Shallow Lake. So our next portage will be 140. And then we've got an 890, and then we're done for the day. Approaching the Narrows, going into the swamp to our next portage, which is over on the right or left? That is a campsite in there. There's a fireplace in there. It's not listed on the maps. And we're going through the Narrows, and we're going to our portage, which is up on the right. There's a blaze on the tree.
I'll have to remember there's another campsite there.
And there's a bunch of boats over here.
Oh, that's a nice
And we're up here. And now we're looking for the 890 into Shallow Lake. Into Shallow Lake. And they have this little thing set up. And we came from way over there. It's not way over there, it's like a 2-minute paddle. There's Loon. It's a loon. There's Brent working. Probably. Probably. Right in the middle of the portage. On the way to Shallow Lake. It's 10:40 and we are finished our final portage of today, and we have to go find our site, which is by the other portage. And this is Shallow Lake. And the rain has held off. And there's Brent working again. Up, got our tent up. Brent's looking for firewood so we can have a little fire. Oh, and there's a 3-point
was up in the tree to mark the portage, so we're going to put it back up there and leave it there.
It is a...
Hello. So, we had a pretty good day today. We got up early and it wasn't raining. The sky was breaking up. So we left Turner Lake and we paddled up the little river. We're lucky the water was high enough into Curt Lake. And then we did the 1,300 meter portage into Eagle. There's a part there where you have to go over a beaver pond. You gotta get in your canoe and go over a beaver pond. That wasn't too bad. Actually, that portage was excellent compared to some of the other ones we've been on. So we made it into Eagle. Eagle looks like a really nice little lake, but we didn't mess around because the sky was still clear this morning. Not clear, but you could tell the weather was coming. And our Garmin GPS was telling us that it was supposed to be bad, so we thought, oh, we better get going. So we went up through Eagle, and then we did the little couple 100-meter one into a tiny little swampy area. There's no name there, and if the water was low there, that would be a kind of a mucky mess too, but we made it through there fine. Found the portage, And then we did the 900 to shallow from there. It was actually pretty bad. It was not bad, a lot of rocks.
Big rocks.
Yeah, not used as much. It was pretty bad, and I'm just going to show you here on the map. So on Venza maps here, in between, there's the little lake, there's shallow. Somewhere right around the middle, exactly in the center, there's a huge logging road. It's not on any of our maps. And
there's the road.
Yeah, there's a picture of the road, and pretty well used, and some fairly recent trees cut out of there. So I mean, it's just be prepared for that if you're doing that. There we are on Shallow Lake there with that blue dot. So we went all the way to the end.
We were here by 11.
Yep. Oh yeah, we made a really good time. Like the portages were good. We managed to set up, not exactly the best campsite. It's kind of a beach, just a tiny little bit of land between a marsh and the lake. It hasn't been used in a long time. We had to clear a little spot for the tent and make a fireplace because the wind was blowing a bit, and it's supposed to drop down to 9 degrees by the morning with a wind chill of 7. So that's a hell of a change compared to the 30-degree temperatures we've been having. So we really buckled down the best we could. It started raining around 4. It's now I just took my glasses off, 8:20. So about 4 hours straight, but the winds are supposed to pick up between now and the morning by up to about 50 km/h gusts. So we've got everything tied down tight. Hopefully everything's okay. But we've been in the tent since we had dinner just before it started, just as it started to rain. So we've been in here since about 5:30. So getting some well-needed rest. It's comfortable. We're not hot and sweaty like we were at the start of the trip. And yeah, and the portage is right beside us, which we walked. It's a marsh, so we walked through the marsh, which is okay. You can walk through it. It's not even full of water at the time, but by the morning I'm expecting at least a couple inches of water in there, because this has really been a lot of water, so a lot of rain. But it looks pretty good on the other side. But oh yeah, and then just down the beach a little ways, there's actually a spring. We were walking around in our bare feet, just kind of walking around earlier, and we walked through this little river, and holy cow, is it ever cold. So nice spring down there. We filled up our water bag, and yeah, it's really neat. And then, you know, typical of what we're seeing around here, there's an old boat at the end that's been sitting there. It's full of water, old tents rotted in it and things like that. And up the other side, there's a canoe with a motor mount on it from somebody who comes in and hunts or fishes. I don't know about the fishing. This lake was supposed to have brook trout. We were really hoping to finally catch a fish. It's been about 4 days since we caught anything in any of these lakes. So disappointed with the fishing. It hasn't been that good, but then that could just be me. I've never been a great trout fisherman. So, but tomorrow, a couple of big portages, and then into Anima Nipissing, and back into some normal, for me anyway, fishing. So
walleye fishing.
Yeah, pickerel. Yeah, that's more maybe. We haven't had anything like eaten any fish on this trip at all, and we could really use it. So getting tired of the dehydrated meals.